Oh.
Yeesh. I don't think I've ever seen fog this thick before. Huh? What's that?
This is when he comes... Yeah, he comes across the ship. Here it is. This is what I was most interested in.
Oh God, it's over. My life is over.
What's wrong?
Oh, hey, I remember you.
Oh, hey.
You're the ones who helped us out way back when.
Seeing as we've come all this way, I suppose we had best ask, what is the matter?
I had a fight with my husband, and he ran away from home.
Yes, yes. You may color me utterly flabbergasted.
But it's all that idiot's fault. I was saving up a bunch of apples, and he went and ate 10 of them.
That's actually sort of impressive.
Well, sure, I may have lost my temper a little, but I can't believe he just up and left. He's been gone for a week now, and it's...
All right, all right. We'll help you find him.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
Okay.
And here we go again.
Oh yeah, tavern. God.
Shall we begin by asking around at the tavern like before?
Then we learn about the brother. We go meet the brother.
Hey there. I'm looking
Hey
for
there.
the guy with the red bag. You seen him around lately?
Really? Is that couple fighting again?
Yeah, the guy took off and hasn't been seen since. I take it this isn't a surprise?
Hardly. Their arguments are legendary. We're actually considering selling tickets as a tourist attraction. Anyway, I think
I
he's
find
from
that so
village with the
funny.
library. Maybe he went back home. I think his brother is a guard there or something.
Thanks for the tip. I'll see what I can figure out.
Say, you're pretty handsome. Care to buy a lonely woman a drink?
Here's 100,000.
good.
I don't need it. Okay, this is new. Hooch. Oh, I wonder if we'll actually see like the husband go to the ship or something. Oh, why do I get a feeling this is gonna be more soul crushing?
Hard to believe a ship of this size managed to run aground. What was that? Hey, is someone there? Okay, I definitely heard someone cough just now.
I'd say that was more crying, but you do you, postman.
Maybe it's one of those kids from town? But where are they? There you are. What are you doing here, kid? And who are you, anyway? Were you a passenger on this ship, maybe? Hey, it's okay. You don't need to be scared.
This is where we kind of like. This gives you a little bit of a hint now that you like really know that the shades are humans' souls. This really gives you a hint that
To think that
She was
couple's
really
petty
trying her best to
squabbles
be
have become
human
something of an
again.
attraction for the locals.
Doesn't surprise me in the least. Seeing people like that puts a little spring in your step, you know?
You humans truly are a maddening bunch. Such buffoonery does little more than wear this old tome out.
NieR brought a chick home with him. It makes little trips and follows me around, and it's just the cutest thing ever. I don't know if this one showed up before or not, but I love it. Oh. Update so soon.
Hey there. How you feeling? Well, your cough seems better at least. Check it out. I brought you some bread today.
Munch, 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 munch. Minecraft eating noise.
Whoa, easy there. Jeez, you must have been starving. Well, look, no one's gonna take this from you, so just take it easy so you don't choke on it, okay? So, what were you doing on this boat, kid? Actually, scratch that. First things first. I can't just keep calling you kid. You got a name? Well, this is going nowhere fast. Let's see. Louise.
Louise.
Yeah, what about Louise? I mean, it just sort of popped into my head, but what do you think? Guess you're okay with it. Well, it's nice to meet you, Louise.
God damn it, they're really gonna make me care for this child. Damn it! Damn you, NieR! Make me care about these creatures, people, shades. Now don't get me.
Searched the southern plains back when the wife ran off too, right?
I believe we did, yes.
Lots changed since then. So it's kind of nice when we find something that hasn't. The fact that couple is still arguing almost fills me with, I don't know, hope, I guess.
If you asked me, that particular couple could benefit from a little change.
Yes, broken wristwatch, and I don't think I need any more of those. Yes, there's a boss. Give me a complex machine. I don't know how many of those I need, but I need a shit ton of them. Ah, simple machine, damn it. I need a complex machine. Complex. But I'm at level 44 now, so cool. What I was very interested about this section with Kaine was learning what Tyran was going to like say to her and such, because like I think Tyran is obviously the thing that like tells Kaine that like, hey, this is a shade type thing. Like Tyran's the reason she can tell who or what is a shade.
Oh, hey, it's you. What's up?
You're related to
What's
the
up?
ferryman who carries a red bag around, right?
Yeah, he's my little brother. Haven't seen him in a while, though.
A shame. Have you any idea where he may have absconded to?
Not a clue. Like I said, I haven't seen him.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, But the last time I did see him, he said something about using his ferry to deliver letters. Maybe you should...
I guess we could ask the postman over in Seafront.
Just once, I would enjoy receiving a quest that can be solved in the general vicinity of the Asker.
Hey, Vice, we've had that. I mean, technically, we've already had the materials that the person has asked for, so...
I cannot believe how many trips we have made simply to track down a single man.
It's all right to do this kind of thing every now and then.
I only pray this is not the calm before some manner of storm.
I wonder if the boss only shows up in these sunny days areas. So that boss only shows up during the sunny day parts. A quick way to do that is by going in and out from your village, because the type
Say
of
there, lad, have you ever penned a missive?
You mean a letter? No. I'm not big on writing. It always takes me forever to figure out what I want to say.
What's to figure out? One simply takes quill in hand and unleashes their soul upon the canvas of the page.
you can go to and from the village, because the time of day will not change if you're leaving from the village. Like, that's a good... It's only if that boss only shows up during this type of day, which I'm gonna assume it does, because I mean, so far that's the only time I've ever seen it. So NieR said he'd come home for my birthday. Well, I want to celebrate his birthday once in a while. Yep, more story. She got the red bag, so she's already killed the dude.
Hey there, Louise. Say, where'd you get that red bag? Found it on the ship, did you? You kids are so darn curious about everything.
Yeah, she found it.
Anywho, it's good to see you. Afraid I don't have any bread today, but I did bring you something. Here, it's a ribbon. Let me tie it in your hair for you. Well, what do you think? Pretty nice, huh? Huh. What's that on the floor? Oh, it's a mirror. Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's go ahead and check out your new look. If you go over there where it's brighter, you'll be able to see yourself more clearly. What's wrong? Don't you want to see? Oh, I see. You don't like sunlight. Guess your eyes are pretty sensitive after spending all this time in the dark, huh? Well, it's not like we can have you stay here forever. We should work on getting you out of here so you and me can go look at the sea together. How's that sound?
Oh. Man. I really like this development between these two. But damn it, why'd
Hey,
you have
folks.
to kill the new best character
sorry.
of this game?
You're not him.
I'm sure as hell not. I just swung by to pick up a letter and wound up running the damn place. Anyway, you here for a package or something?
No. There's this couple who's always fighting, and the husband took off. So I'm trying to track him down. Ring any bells?
Sorry, pal. You're asking the wrong guy. Still, that's pretty weird. My buddy's daughter took off too. Maybe running away is the cool thing to do now.
I find it exceedingly unlikely this pair of runaways is mere coincidence.
Any idea where she might have went?
That is the question, isn't it? Actually, you know what? I bet she went to check out the huge shipwreck that drifted into the inlet the other day. Not often something like that comes around. It's all the kids have been talking about.
Ah, we're getting more. The book, the big tree kept on waiting and waiting. I have to wait a lot too. I wish I could do something.
Hey, Louise. I brought your food for today. What's wrong? Aren't you hungry? Huh. You haven't been eating much lately. Are you okay? Well then, let's try this.
Singing?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's called a song. Humming a jaunty tune is the best thing for putting a spring in your step. Songs are like a little bit of wisdom that makes the tough times easier. I love them personally. I mean, not that I'm any good at singing. Whoa, your voice is a bit rough there, but you're actually pretty good. You know, I knew someone who lived in the town lighthouse before she died. She used to hum this same song a lot.
Aw.
I heard it every time I stopped by to deliver something, and I guess it just kind of stuck.
Damn it, the old lady in the lighthouse.
Of course, that was quite a while ago. Hey, are you trying to cheer me up? You are a kind soul, Louise.
You could tell it's no longer like a black. It doesn't have like the filter around it, so that's kind of like indicating that that was happening like that was the earliest interaction they've had. And in all honesty, that probably is what happened. Oh.
I'm sensing some really weird magic going on here, Sunshine. You feeling it too?
Yeah. Is it a shade?
Are you actually trying to think something through rather than just jumping in and killing?
What's wrong, Kaine?
Nothing. It's just... I'm sensing a presence from seafront. Something like a shade.
I'm actually excited that we're seeing this thing too.
Shade in the town? That's not good.
I love this. I love that we're seeing this. You told me a story before bedtime the other day about a husband and wife with matching red bags. He said they fight all the time but also get along great. What's that about?
A shipwreck, is it? I suppose we might as well investigate,
Yo,
seeing as how we lack any other tenable leads.
I actually like that you can see the mast of it
Let's head
too.
for the inlet.
That's awesome. Hey guys.
Kaine. Emil. What's going on? I haven't seen you two come into Seafront in, well, ever, I guess.
Sorry for the surprise. Kaine said she sensed something strange in the area.
Strange how? Like a shade?
Maybe? I'm not sure. There's some kind of sound or something coming from up ahead.
What an incredibly specific piece of information the hussy has graced us with.
What is it, Kaine?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
We're gonna need to figure out some way to get inside that thing.
This ship is in a state of wanton decay. Surely we can find a hole or some such if we put our minds to it. These planks seem to be covering a rather large hole.
We can probably get in if we move them out of the way.
I'm worried about whatever it is Kaine is sensing. We should make sure we're really prepared before going inside.
Oh, we're more than prepared. If I was able to beat it within the time, now granted I did use a power potion or strength drop, whatever those things are called. But if I was able to do that and beat it within the time limit to get the trophy, I think we'd be fine. Oh, so I did do it once without any items, so.
So, were you able to write that letter? You know, now that I've taught you how. Not yet, huh? Well, there's certainly no reason to rush. You know, it makes me happy that you've taken such a shine to me. First time we met, I didn't have the foggiest idea what was going on in that head of yours. So, hey, I've been thinking. How about you come live with me? It might be kind of nice to have a daughter around. Not into it, huh? Guess I should have figured. I'm sad to hear it, but it's your choice, of course. Huh? The floor's wet. Wait, is this blood? Oh dear. Are you...
Ah. Oh God. You're becoming a woman.
Oh, baby, that is one hell of a smell. We got something real nasty nearby, eh, Sunshine? Come on, don't tell me you ain't picked up on it yet. You of all people gotta know what this smell means.
This ship is in poor condition indeed. Do try not to thrash about and bring its timbers down around us, hussy.
Hussy.
Whatever.
You sure you're all right, Kaine?
You really shouldn't push yourself. Hey, I've got an idea. How about you and me search outside and get some nice fresh air in the process?
Sure. Let's do that.
Sounds good. Take care of Kaine for us, Emil.
Emil is on the case. Come on, Kaine. Let's get the lead out.
No, what the fuck are you doing? I want to kill.
This place is pretty gloomy. I'm having a hard time imagining any townsfolk hanging around here.
Well, as we've no other leads, let the search begin. Look there, on the floor. I believe we've found ourselves a lantern.
And there's still some oil in it. Nice.
Hussy.
We require a key in order to proceed. Let us fumble about and see if we cannot find one.
There's a girl.
Wait, did you see that girl just now?
I did indeed. How on earth did she manage to get behind us? Perhaps she is the runaway we heard tell of at the post office. Best track her down and take her back to town with us.
Yoo-hoo, hello.
There's no one here.
Weird. It's like we just saw a ghost.
Oh, what foolishness. I am certain this room merely contains a secret passageway or the like.
Well, they're like... Or she could be hiding behind a box.
What is with this ship anyway?
There may be clues somewhere that tell of how it ran aground.
It looks really dark up ahead.
Then perhaps we ought to make use of that lantern we just found, hmm?
It's an apple.
What's this? An apple. It's a bit bruised, but it's not super old or anything.
I wager it was dropped by that fruit-loving ferryman with the red bag. Perhaps he absconded to this ship to wait out the storm after yet another spirited debate with his wife.
Let's keep moving.
That was my fault.
Oh, what was that sound just now?
Sounds like it came from the floor above us. This barrel's been knocked over, and there's flour everywhere.
Surely it was toppled by the girl we saw at the entrance. Wait. Cast your eyes to the floor, lad.
Feet prints.
The missing child left white tracks in her passing. Should we follow them, I expect we will find our way to her.
Man, this book's got some serious heft to it.
It would seem to be the records of the roots until the day.
What the hell happened?
Yeah, no need to have looked through that since we already know what happens. I'm just scrubbing through that stuff fastly. Oh, I never noticed the handprints there before.
The white handprints on the wall lead in the direction of this door.
That's weird. How is it locked if the girl just used it? Unless she's actually...
I demand you cease your interminable chatter about ghosts at once. The simplest explanation is that she locked the door from the other side.
I didn't even say anything yet. In any case, if we want to use the door, we'll have to find a key. Did you see that light on the other side of the shelves?
A shame we cannot investigate further with these blasted things in our way. I would like a word with the interior designer who thought to put them here.
Hang on.
You and me
I
both.
think I can move these.
It appears to be caught in a crack in the floor.
Hey, there's a notebook on this desk. Oh, wow, this thing is crammed full of information.
A record of the cargo they carried, no doubt. By my pages.
Wait, you're...
And made out...
How could they do...
I do not...
There's a breeze come...
That white vase is...
Stand around and do nothing.
A hidden room. How delightful.
These chests are pretty huge.
And what do they contain? Treasure, perhaps?
Treasure,
I
perhaps?
wish. Looks like a bunch of iron tools.
Those are no mere tools, lad. They are instruments of torture. I shudder to think what evil transpired in this room.
There don't seem to be any shades around, at least.
Fortunate for us. Now let no more time be wasted in our search for the townsfolk. The white tracks end here.
Wait, I hear something.
Oh, that was her trying to sing. Okay. Ah.
Whatever that sound was, it stopped. I swear it sounded like a girl.
So now we actually know what she said.
This is a voice pipe. A contraption by which one's voice can travel to a faraway location.
Which means the girl is in whatever room this pipe connects to.
Hold a moment. I spy a chart of the ship's layout on the wall. Yes, this pipe connects to a cabin in the ship's stern.
Onward and, inward, I guess.
This little lantern has brought us quite far, hasn't it?
Yeah. And the light it gives off makes me feel, I don't know, safe somehow.
Well, aren't we the romantic?
Wait a minute. I don't think I was able to come in this room last
Looks
time.
like somebody's journal. Here, let me see. It says the ship was attacked by some kind of monster.
No, this
Seems
is
like
new.
The person who wrote this holed up in here, while the monster roamed around the ship, killing everyone. Do you think that actually happened?
I cannot say. Though the term monster might well be referring to a shade.
No, hang on. There's more. Oh. After the screaming died down, the writer would hold their breath whenever they heard the monster's footsteps. I think the person who wrote this was in here for weeks.
This journal was likely the only thing keeping them madness.
Let's read a bit more. A whole bunch of pages just have the word help scrolled across them.
See how the writing turns a darker shade of red? They must have started using their own blood after running out of ink. I think that is enough reading for one day.
Picking up where we left off. Oh, that's weird. The rest of these pages have been ripped out.
To these eyes, it looks more like they were bitten off. What in the name of all that is holy could have happened on this ship?
Nice. I'm actually glad we kept doing that. Get more information as we could. I don't think we were. Oh no, we were.
Kitchen, is it? Heavens, look at the size of this saucepan.
Extra rice.
Thinking back,
Tell me about it. Once we track down the ferryman.
a fine eye.
Oh wait. They
We must press on.
actually talked about like, hey, it reminds me of how we had dinner with the ferryman and his wife. Oh man, that's awesome.
Oh, damn. The hell is this smell?
Perhaps it is wafting from further inside?
So I just like mashed through it because I was like, oh yeah, we've already heard that bit. I wasn't paying attention
Another
either when I
apple.
did this the second time after I did that quest.
Just
So
how
they probably
many
did the same
apples
thing
does
too.
that quibbling husband keep on his person while he's out and about?
Let's keep searching. Vice? I think the floor is...
Yeah. I wonder what happened if I could have jumped
Speak to me, lad.
through that.
Are you hurt?
Been better, but I'll live. I can't see a thing down here. And what is that terrible stench?
I suspect we may have fallen into the ship's hold.
The lantern got away from me during the fall. We'd better look for it.
Is that?
Vice, that's it! We found the lantern.
About time. Might I suggest you cease the celebratory fanfare and light the blasted thing already? Oh dear. Look at the bodies. They are all people from town. And, I fear, the missing ferryman.
Oh no. This can't be real. Why? Why did everyone have to... God damn it!
Pull yourself together, lad. Remember the presence Kaine sensed? The culprit who murdered these poor folk likely awaits us further within.
I won't let them get away with this.
I might end up splitting this apart.
That's enough, lad. Avert your eyes.
Just saying, like, how long this is? Like, damn.
That's enough.
Nah, I don't think that jump would have been high enough for me to, like... Kinda... Oh, nope. Why did things turn out like this? Did he leave because of this body? I just want to be able to talk with him. I don't want him to be afraid of me. I don't want him to hate me. I want to maintain a human form. I want to look at the sun with my own eyes. I want to sing beautiful songs. Oh man. If I can just eat more people. Maybe then I can become a human. Oh. Man. That makes it even more sad knowing like what the postman does during the fight.
Hey, I didn't know you guys came back inside.
Did we ever?
Thought we get a
Found
little
a
scene
nice
with
hole
these
in the
two.
wall to slide through. But then we heard a bunch of noise coming from that super dark floor downstairs. You sure had us worried.
Yeah, sorry about that. You feeling better, Kaine?
A little, yeah. Sorry for the trouble.
Good. That's good.
Jeez, you seem really down in the dumps. Did something happen?
Tell me, Kaine, that presence you sensed.
It's on the floor above us.
I feared as much. It seems we've little choice but to press onward.
Doop, 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 doop.
There's a bunch of crumpled up paper here. Letters, maybe?
They all seem to have the same words written upon them, but the penmanship is so poor I cannot make heads nor tails of it. They seem to be lettered.
I was thinking like maybe that would be the letters that Louisa was trying to write.
Oh man, that smell is getting ripe. How you feeling there, sunshine?
Not great. Can't you tell?
This would be the final room, yes? The culprit who murdered the townspeople may be behind this very door. Let us proceed with utmost caution.
Oh boy.
It's that girl we saw when we first entered the ship.
Old lad. This is a lone child sitting inside a hulking ship littered with corpses. Something is clearly amiss.
There.
Oh man, this shade is nuts. I think I'm in love.
Oh my god.
You can feel her power hanging in the air, and she ain't even trying yet. Things are finally heating up. Huh?
Could this girl be the presence you sensed, Kaine?
Oh, hey, it's you. Been a while.
Wait, you're the postman. What are you doing here?
Oh, I've been coming here a lot lately. I think this girl was on the ship when it drifted in. I've been keeping an eye on her until she's well enough to leave.
Oh shit.
Hey, so this is kind of awkward, but... the girl is, you know, bleeding. I brought a bunch of bandages with me, but, well, how exactly does one deal with a woman's time of the month? Sorry.
Sorry.
Clearly crossed a line there. Forget I said anything.
Stay the hell away from her! She isn't...
No, wait. Oh.
Kinda! Emil!
We'll figure something out. You just find a way to get the hell out of here.
The two of them will be fine, but you and I must withdraw. The ship is collapsing. We must leave at once.
Got a little
Very
extended
much
part of
aware
that scene.
thanks. Let's go! Shit! They're in the way! Looks like we can get out through that hole up there.
Yoink. Are we going to get another scene here, or are we going straight to the fight? Not straight to the fight.
Glad you two made it out in one piece.
Yeah, we're good. But that poor postman is still trapped inside.
We'd better go help him out.
No shade would dare pursue us into sunlight such as this. We should use the opportunity to ready ourselves.
Yeah, about that.
What on earth?
I still think this is probably the best boss of the game.
Why isn't this shade being hurt by the sun?
That is not precisely the case. It most certainly is being burned by the sunlight. However, its regenerative abilities far outpace whatever damage the light is able to inflict. This light, something is coming. Get out of the way at once!
Oh, listen, it's singing. This thing actually thinks it's a person.
No matter how many people I ate.
I don't know where the singing lessons came from, but I do know it's sure as hell trying to eat us.
This is actually going a lot longer than the first time around,
Aim
too.
for the tentacles with bases on them!
Don't stop now. Focus on the next one.
Nobody ever helped me. You're the only one who's ever been kind to me. Taught me what kindness is. I will become human. We'll speak the same language. We'll stay together.
You're doing it for him? How sad. How precious.
Now is your chance. Attack with all that you have.
I wonder if the other, if the shades come near Tyran. Also, I think the only reason why it was taking too long to beat the one tentacle is because we needed to hear all the dialogue.
Did we get it?
Not quite. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up splitting this previous one.
Oh, hell. That thing's huge.
All of this is for him. Not to mention the music that plays during this too is amazing.
To think it could recover from such a grievous wound.
Ordinary attacks aren't gonna do shit against this thing.
Hey, the guy from before's collapsed on the beach. That shade's got some kind of hard-on for it. We should take him hostage.
Shut your yap. I'm not in the business of using my blades on people.
I just realized how much health I don't
Turning his
have.
body into spears and shooting them at us?
Oh right, its health regenerates.
Fine then. I guess we'll all just sit around a campfire and sing songs until we get murdered.
God damn it!
Until we get murdered. God, this music's so fucking good.
The number of spears flying our way is increasing.
Yeah, I can see that. Damn it.
My word, if this continues...
Hey, over here! This guy's important to you, isn't he?
This ends here and now.
I should really use that magic where you make that double view. Never used it.
Is this thing immortal?
Son of a
How
bitch.
can it withstand such an onslaught?
I'm really scared, guys.
We will be in grave danger if it unleashes that attack. We must stop it.
Yeah, I don't think you can stop that. I think it'll always be on that last bit. Oh, this song that plays is amazing.
I think we're in trouble.
What the hell are you doing? Stop him already!
My body won't... Damn it! Fuck!
Oh, no!
God, this hurts even more.
What are you doing? You're gonna get yourself killed!
Stop! Don't hurt these people! So you've been lying to me this whole time? You're a monster!
They make this so much more sadder.
Stopped. Focus on the source of its magic. Aim for the head.
I hate that they did this. I really do. To be human. Not just together.
We can never be together! You disgust me!
They really made this sad. They really did. Like, I knew it was like, oh, she only wants, you know, the best for the postman. Because, like, even before these things, I knew it was like, okay, yeah, she cares about the postman. Because obviously. But now with this, is like, successful test case has been developed and detained. The specimen's cooperation has been requested according to the stipulation. Treatment to the specimen will continue as a classified base variation, blah, 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 blah. 1 week later.
Thanks. You really saved our bacon.
You've all done so much for me. Offering a little refuge is the least I can do. I don't have the words to express how sorry I am. We all knew townspeople were out there being eaten by a shade. But I never imagined I was taking care of it this entire time.
The fault lies with that foul creature alone, Postman. Not yourself.
I hope I can believe that someday.
All right, well, we'd better get going. There's someone else we need to break this news to.
Fair enough. I hope to see you out there on the old letter trail again soon.
Hey, did you find my husband?
Yeah. The thing is...
Wait, why are you hesitating? Is he all right? Please tell me he's all right. Come on, say something already.
Your husband
truth.
was killed by
Never
a shot.
lie.
I'm sorry. We tracked him down, but it was already too late.
No, it can't be true. That big idiot, always carrying his bag around. Thinking about me all the time. Oh God, this can't be happening.
Did I jump? Oh my god. It's letting me jump while I'm trying to like advance the stuff.
It's saddens this old tome to think we'll never hear those two at each other's throats again.
If only I'd gotten to him sooner. Damn it.
Do not let it burden you so, lad. You did the best you were able.
Still, I think this is amazing. This is still one of the best side. Is that shiny thing over there? Yes. No? Yes? Yes. Ah, starfish. Alright, let's go break the news to Popola. Oh.
The hell's this, Sunshine?
A letter. That thing wrote it for the postman.
Ha! Man, that is some grade A chicken scratch.
She probably copied the letters as best she could.
So, what's it say?
I think our friend's gonna wake up soon. Let's go.
Hey, Kaine,
Yeah?
when you were threatening that shade on the beach the other day, how did you know it was trying to protect the postman?
Just a feeling, I guess.
All right.
Wondering. Curious. I can actually pick up that letter. I know kind of ripped it up, but let me just go talk to Popola first, then I'll come back. Plus, I like to have my fast travel back. Damn it. Man. They really made it even, like, it was great. Don't get me wrong. That side mission, whatever you want to call that, is phenomenal. Like I said, I think it's probably one of my favorite things about this game. And then watching it again through the eyes of, like, hearing of what the shade says and everything made it that much better. Once I finish my secret dish, I'm gonna feed it to NieR. Then I'll see how helpful I can be. But for some reason, I thought, I was like, wait, why am I stopping?
This is the girl who was on the wrecked ship. We killed this jerk in the junk heap.
It was a fearsome foe, but under this environment, it looks almost charming.
Still trying to figure out what the center one on the middle, or on what the middle shelf for this one is, and what the middle one for this one is.
It's a statue of a boy.
Popola certainly has some eccentric tastes.
Like, is this supposed to be the shade that was with that robot? I'm trying to figure out what the leaves are for.
It's a sculpted leaf. Right?
This is the first sane thing I have seen in this room.
Is this supposed to, like, go with the tree from the Forest of Myth? Yeah, it's still those two that I have no idea. All the other ones, totally a no. But those two? Bleh.
Shades on the coast, the ferryman dead. You've had quite the rough trip.
Yep. Why is this not spoken? Even though it was spoken last time? Poor ferryman used to tell us stories of the epic quarrels he had with his wife.
He loved her, though. He loved her with all that he was. I'm very sad to hear that he's gone. Still, you made it back safe, and I'm glad for that.
Have you any new information about the key to the Shadow Lord's castle?
I'm still working on the decryption, but I'm afraid progress has stalled. Loyal Cerberus might refer to a dog, but I've never seen anything that would fit the bill.
It must be pretty complicated if even you can't decode it. Well, you're our last hope, so please keep trying, okay?
I will. By the way, I was walking by your house earlier and I noticed you had some mail. You might want to check it out.
Thanks. I'll do that.
Oh, one last thing.
One more thing.
Since the ferryman was missing work, I arranged for someone else to handle the job. I'll make sure they know to let you use the boat as before.
Gotcha.
Thanks, Popola.
Even without those we have lost, the world relentlessly continues to turn.
Alright, let me go back to seafront. Just to see, like, out of pure curiosity, maybe the letters, if the pieces of paper that kind of ripped up made its way to, like, the beach of seafront or something. Actually, I'm gonna go this way because if it's sunny, there's a pants. There's a chance I could run to the boss shade. And if not, I'm just gonna run past them all. Hey, your brother's dead.
My baby brother was killed by a shade. Damn fool wasn't careful. And now he's left his beautiful wife all alone.
I never talked to him beforehand. I feel great today. No cough, no fever. Watch out, world, because Yona's coming out to play. That was the one I was talking about earlier before. I love that one so much. It's cute. Damn it, no boss shade. Sorry, but I don't care about you guys. I wonder if I could just keep going in and coming out. from the village to see if I can just spawn that thought shade. If that actually works, holy shit. Actually, I'm curious if I use this ship and go back to my village and leave to go back to the plains, would it still be sunny? Because I mentioned this before, the weather does not change when you leave from your own village, so...
townspeople disappeared along with that.
But I also need to get up some black pearls, so... I don't know how many of those I need. I know I need a couple of them for upgrading phones. Driftwood. No, it doesn't look like it. Well, okay, guys, that is gonna do it for this part of Let's Play NieR Replicant. I'm definitely gonna split up the parts because I thought this could fit well with us doing Emil's thing as well. Oh, hey, he has a quest for us?
Oh there. Popola told me about you. Just tell me where you're going, and I'll take you there. No charge.
Or was it just for that, I wonder? This black mark showed up on my body. Sometimes I wonder if I'm going to turn into a goblin or something, but thinking about it makes my stomach hurt, so I try not to. I just want to see if it will still be sunny when I leave here. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this part of Let's Play NieR Replicant. In the next part, guys, we'll continue on. We'll be doing the facade stuff next. Maybe I'll cut in some of the parts. Oh, it's not sunny. Oh, damn it. Maybe I'll leave in some of the parts where I come and, or maybe I'll also include parts of going through the Lost Shrine again, but who knows? Who knows, like, how much more stuff that gets added when we learn about the wolf, which it's gonna be, if I remember correctly, it's super sad about, like, this one. Like, obviously, it's sad because, of course, Freya dying. Of course, that makes it sad already, but yeah, but anyway, guys, like I said, that will do it for this part of Let's Play NieR Replicant. In the next part, guys, we're going to go to Facade and maybe start the Lost Shrine bit. Or at least maybe I'll climb to the top of the Lost Shrine, save at that save point, and then we'll do the B ending. So, yeah, we're pretty close to getting to the B ending of this game, but I definitely want to see, like, more, just want to make sure. Okay, he did not have a quest for me. So I'm curious about something. Let me talk to the postman, see if he's going to say anything about anything.
I know it's dangerous outside, but the letters I
Nothing, okay. Alrighty, so yeah. What about you?
Those shades are wreaking havoc with our shipments.
But yeah, of course, so yeah. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Guys, if you like the videos, please give that like button a click. Comment down below what you like about the videos. Didn't like about the video, let me know. Again, what did you guys think of now that we have more information about Louisa and the postman? How much do you actually love that? I honestly love this side mission so much. I think it's still like the best, one of the best aspects of this game, for damn sure. So yeah. And as always, guys, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a beat, and subscribe to my main channel too. That's in the description below. As well as follow me on Twitter. Both my main Twitter and the RPG Kingdom Kid Twitter are in there too. Just gonna pick up these last two items and I'll save. I want to thank you all so much for watching once again, and I'll see you all next time.